Hi, Mr. Fowler. Because we're writing a letter that is preferably formal, we're writing it to our landlord, can I suggest that we use a different form of register here? Instead of hi, we might want to choose something a little bit more formal, if that's okay. Hi would be a register I would use for a best friend, for example, quite informal. I read your letter and I think your answer is not acceptable. I have some reasons that show I can't wait till next month and can't pay for the repairs myself. So you started off by saying that you have read the letter and you are responding to the letter, which is a very good way to start. I have some reasons that show I can't wait till next month. Again, because we're writing quite a formal letter, although this would be classed as semi-formal as well, can I suggest that we try and keep it as formal as possible, firstly. Secondly, can I suggest you take another look at this little punctuation mark, please. It's the wrong way round, it's the wrong direction, but altogether this would have to change. This modal verb that you have used here, that would have to change, please, if we're writing formally. Can't wait till next month, and again it would be the same here, where if you can try and change the format of the modal verb to suit the format of a formal letter, please. We have agreement till next year, which shows that the landlord must pay for all repairs. Okay, so you are giving your logical explanation to what you have said previously, which is very good. Agreement is a countable noun, and because it's a countable noun, we will need an article, please. Bearing in mind that agreement starts with a vowel, starts with A, can I ask that you try and input or try and include a suitable article that will go for a single noun starting with a vowel. Okay? We have gap agreement till next year, which shows that the landlord must pay for all repairs. So there is no point for me to pay the repairs. Very good sentence. You're being quite logical, yes. In another hand, I'm not working at the moment, then I have no money to pay for repairs. So you're trying to discuss another aspect relating to what you have just said, which is absolutely fine, which means we will have to change these two words, please. Hand is correct. I think what you're trying to say is another aspect is, so that would mean a different preposition and a different word, please. So if you could take a look at that again. Once again, because we're writing a formal letter, can I ask that you take a look at this word as well, please? I'm not working at the moment, then I have no money to pay for repairs. Then here, obviously, you mean therefore, I think. As you know, I have a kid who is just 6 months, and our house is really cold for him. If he find any problem, I'll go to the city council and will make a complaint from you. So you're also giving your reason why you're being so persistent for wanting that central heating repaired, which is absolutely fine. Very good. You're giving your reason why you want the central heating. I have a kid. Okay, kid is the correct word. It's absolutely fine, but it's extremely informal. Can I ask that you substitute this for a more formal word, please? Who is just 6 months. When we use the word 6 months, months here, 6 months, would act as an adjective. Okay, and following this, obviously, we would need a noun. Okay, so can I ask that you include a noun here, please? Who is just 6 months something, and our house is really cold for him. If he find any problem, he is third person, he, she, it. Therefore, we need to change the form of the verb, please, to suit he, she, or it. If he find any problem, I'll go to the city council. So once again, if we could take a look at the form there, that's very informal. Can we change it to be more formal, please? To the city council, and we'll make a complaint from you. Very well done. I see that from previous sessions you have included the article a, because this word is countable. Very good. But you've used a preposition before a verb, and we can't use a preposition before a verb. The verb has to change to gerund. I think you've used a preposition before a noun, which means that we will have to change the form of this word, please. So that would be spelling. We'll make so you need the noun form of this word from you. Go to City Council and we'll make a from you. However, if you have no one to send us for repair, the central heating system, I suggest you contact a repair company as soon as possible. So what you've done is you've responded to the letter. You have told him why you're being so forward and so direct. You're telling him the reason why you need the central heating to be seen to as soon as possible. And here you are giving suggestions. Basically, you're trying to help the situation as much as possible. If you have no one to send us for repair the central heating, once again we have preposition in front of or before a verb. And like I said previously, preposition before a verb, if we have a preposition, the verb has to change to the gerund form, and gerund means ing. If you have no one to send us for ing form of repair the central heating system, I suggest you contact a repair company as soon as possible. Very good. Please contact me before arrange the time for repairs. Once again, before is a preposition, and we've used a preposition before a verb. Therefore, the verb has to change to the gerund form. Please contact me before gerund the time for repairs, because I have to be in the house when the engineer wants to come for repairs. Fantastic. So you've given your suggestion in this paragraph, and here by saying please contact me, you've shown the reader that you're ending your letter, because we usually ask for correspondence or a reply or something at the very end of the letter, don't we? So you've started your final paragraph in a very, very good way. The only issue here is we have a preposition, like I've said, so the form of the verb here needs to be the gerund form, please. You've used the name of the recipient, which is why you have used sincerely. We need an extra letter here, please. So that's a spelling issue there, and you've given your name at the very end, which is very good. Well done. So strengths. The strengths are that you have addressed the recipient in a polite and appropriate manner. Well done. You have clearly stated the reason for your letter, reason for wanting the central heating fixed, and have made a suggestion for an alternative, what the recipient can do, which is very good. You have ended the letter in a correct and appropriate fashion, and have asked for him to get back to you. So basically this is a form of confirmation that he has actually received your letter. And looking at it on the whole, clear paragraphs, punctuation, which is very important to writing a letter, so that's very good. And also we've got clear register. And when I say register, I mean the very initial part, how you start it, how you've written your sincerely, and how you've written your name. So that would be the register basically that we use. These are the very good points, the very strong points of your letter. Areas which need improvement are, so the first area I'd like you to look at again is first of all the start of the letter. So we need to alter the tone of the letter to make it more appropriate to a formal letter, please, as opposed to informal, which is what we have written down. Also, the word agreement, which is countable, and it's a noun, and this word, once we have turned into a noun, they both take something that you have included here before, so we need basically the same format here, but maybe in a different form. So if you would kindly please choose it would be an appropriate article for the word that we have, agreement, remembering that agreement is countable. Here we've used it in the single form, and remembering that it actually begins with a vowel, so that would make a difference as well. This would be a difference in phrase, if you could take a look at that. Once again, making it more suitable to a formal letter. We need something else here, 6 months something. The next one would be form of verb to be suitable to the subject. So if we're using he, she, it, we would use the third form of the verb, wouldn't we? So if you could take a look at that as well. And the last thing that I can think of is verb, pardon me, preposition followed by the verb would give the gerund form of the verb, and the gerund form basically means the verb plus ing. That's the gerund form, if you would kindly take another look at that. And finally spelling for yours sincerely. Okay, so if you would kindly make those alterations, your letter will be absolutely fantastic. You have answered all parts of the question when it comes to content. It's very nice and clear. You've put it in specific paragraphs. You've been very polite when you've been talking to Mr Fowler, so you've ticked all those boxes. These few minor points, if they could be corrected, your letter will be absolutely faultless, and that would be very good. Thank you very much.